The United States has submitted a draft resolution to the UN urging an immediate ceasefire in exchange for the release of hostages. It comes as the US Secretary of State meets Arab leaders for talks on the deteriorating humanitarian situation inside the Palestinian enclave. Our Middle East correspondent Alison Horn has more from Jerusalem.
This is the sixth time Antony Blinken has travelled to the Middle East since war broke out between Israel and Hamas almost 6 months ago, with stops in Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Israel, Qatar and Jordan on the itinerary. Antony Blinken has told Arab leaders that Washington wants an immediate ceasefire tied with the release of hostages, and that the US has drafted a resolution with the United Nations to that effect, though it's unclear when that Security Council resolution would be brought to a vote.
I think that would send a strong message, a strong signal. But of course we stand with Israel in its right to defend itself, to make sure that October 7th never happens again. But at the same time, it's imperative that the civilians who are in harm's way and who are suffering so terribly, that we focus on them, that we make them a priority, protecting the civilians, getting them humanitarian assistance. And we've been leading the effort to do that.
Arab leaders are also pressing the US Secretary of State about worsening humanitarian crises inside Gaza, particularly increasing levels of starvation and Israel's plan to launch a ground invasion into the southern Gazan city of Rafah, where more than 1 million Palestinians have fled to escape fighting elsewhere in Gaza. Blinken told Arab media there is no effective way to get those civilians out of harm's way, and that people in Rafah would be in terrible jeopardy. But Israel has already made it clear it intends to have its troops on the ground in Rafah, with or without Washington's support. Antony Blinken will meet with Israeli officials on Friday, local time.